Now at 11, the opposition is growing tonight for a proposed Google data center in Indianapolis. Tonight, why one group decided when it comes to getting your message across, size does matter.
Little taste of fall this weekend when 80s return in the 7-day.
It is week 3 of Operation Football. Our sports team got to hang out with the best high school teams across central Indiana. Dom and Eli tonight are breaking down the biggest matchups. Live from Indy on a Friday night, you're watching 13 News. And thanks so much for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock and we begin tonight with a billboard opposing Google's proposed data center in Franklin Township. Our Logan Gay shares the message for motorists.
Julie Goldsberry and our fellow members of Protect Franklin Township are sending a loud and clear message with these billboards around Indianapolis, along I-465 and I-65. They want help stopping a massive data center from coming to their community.
We are hoping that people who haven't seen us before will hear, and the message on the billboard is contact your city county councilor and tell them to vote no on this. It doesn't matter where you live in Marion County. This is going to affect you. If AES is your electric provider and Citizens Water provides your water, this is going to affect you.
Google wants to build a data center on 468 acres of farmland near Goldsberry's home. She has lived here since 1985. She says she never thought she would be engaged in a fight like this.
We thought, our worst thing might be a neighborhood. We never dreamed that it would be something like this.
The members of Protect Franklin Township say this fight has united this community as they fight for the future of it.
They're going to use up all the water, all the power, all the land. They're not paying taxes. They're not creating jobs. What are we even doing?
At least 15 city county councilors have also come out against the plan. That number represents the 60% threshold needed to reject it. Members of Protect Franklin Township plan to gather on Monday, September 8th at 6 p.m. outside the city county building ahead of the council's 7 p.m. meeting. That's when the council is expected to discuss the future of the data center plan. A final vote is expected to take place on September 22nd. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
Now this week on Crossroads Politics, we'll be taking a closer look at this debate surrounding that massive Google data center. We'll be hearing from Michael Paul Hart, who's one of the city county councilors who has voiced opposition to this plan. You can watch the entire conversation Sunday morning at 10 or streaming on demand right now over on WTHR+. Tonight, students here in Indianapolis are calling for change in an effort to combat gun violence.
It's not okay, and this needs to end now.
We won't change today. That's right.
Students from Shortridge High School walked out of their school building today and headed over to the Indiana State House, taking the bus for the 3-mile trip. All part of a nationwide Students Demand Action protest. The students joining other kids from around Indianapolis. The students told us they are urging state lawmakers to take school safety seriously. These students say they've grown up with active shooter trainings, learning how to block doors and find fire escapes. They tell us kids should be able to learn without being afraid.
I hope that our government and legislators and senators, everyone who has some sort of control, will realize that this is not okay and that we are the next generation and that we are going to be the people growing up in this world, and we will not stand for that.
Students who took part in today's protest got parental approval ahead of time. School leaders treated it as an excused absence. An Indianapolis mother charged with neglect after her 2-year-old son shot and killed himself just appeared in court. Kiera Beckett is losing custody of her daughter temporarily. Investigators say Beckett's son got her gun and shot himself in a CVS parking lot back in June. Beckett's daughter was in the front seat of the car. Now the 9-year-old girl will stay with her grandmother. That order is in place until at least the next court hearing, which is set for September 22nd. Tonight we want to take a closer look at the future of the North Split and South Split. It feels like yesterday the North Split was shut down for that massive 2-year redesign, but NDOT tonight is saying the work to improve the 2 major I-65, I-70 interchanges near downtown is not finished. Agency leaders are now considering potential concepts that they say would further improve those busy sections of interstate. So now they're considering more lanes, redesigned interchanges and beautification. So buckle up, drivers. The orange barrels seem to never really go away.
We know that, constant construction can be frustrating, especially for those that commute. But, the goal here is to improve our infrastructure and transportation.
I want to point out that any construction connected to these ideas is years away. This is just the planning phase.